to my mama's YouTube. Today we're gonna get some subscribe.
You can subscribe.
And thumbs up.
And thumbs up. And what is your name, cutie patootie?
Winter.
Winter. And who am I?
Mommy.
What's my name?
Dorothy.
Miss Serena, baby.
What you doing here?
What are you doing here? Are they ready to hear me talk?
Yay!
Are they ready for Wednesday wisdom?
Yay!
For that booghetto motivation. Yeah?
Yeah.
Booghetto motivation. Coming
Yeah.
soon.
Yay!
Well, I'm about to get started, and what I'm about to say ain't for the kids. So, Winter, tell everybody goodbye and to remind them to do what?
Get some thumbs up.
And subscribe.
And subscribe to our channel.
Yes. Woo!
See you tomorrow.
Okay, well, I'm back. Winter said goodbye, and she hated to leave. But what I'm about to talk about is not for kids. So, y'all know last Wednesday was about the power of the penis. So, this Wednesday is about the power of the pussy. I hate that word. It just sounds so vulgar. But you know, gotta keep it real and raw, right? And uncut with your favorite, Miss Serena, baby. All right. Y'all know what? I just had an epiphany. I think I need to go to Tiffany's. No, I'm just kidding. I just had an epiphany. I think I want to switch today to story time. I think y'all all love story time. Y'all all love being in somebody's business and knowing what's going on in their life. So I think I'm going to story time it today and then pick back up with Power of the Pussy for next Wednesday. Kind of keep y'all on your toes about this power of this pussy. So, story time. I think I will talk about the time that I tried to be a stripper. Well, the times that I called myself a stripper. Well, attempted, whatever. Okay, so this is really personal for me, and I'm letting you guys in on my life, and I'm being very transparent when I tell this story. Okay. Whew, it makes me nervous. Nervous. Okay, I tinted my eyebrows today, and I kind of went a little overboard, so y'all see that little line, but we ain't gonna worry about that, okay? Okay, so the time that I tried to be a stripper, I attempted to be a stripper at the ripe age of 19. And it was because we knew these group of fellas who took girls out of town to strip. Sound like some pimping and hoeing, don't it? But I swear we were not like hoeing or pimping. You know, of course they got there. They don't even think they got a percentage. Like maybe just like some gas money or whatever. But they really kind of just helped us, you know, make money. I'm sure they got like an overall payout for bringing the amount of girls, but then any tips that we made, of course, were ours to keep. Yeah, like my fanny pack. Anywho, so we went out of town with them. I'm gonna use fake names for the purpose of other people's, you know, for other people's privacy, because not everybody wants to be transparent about things in their life, just because I choose to be transparent today with you all. So I had it was 3 of us, well 4. One turned us on because her name is gonna be Susie. Susie turned us, you know, that don't even sound cute. Let me make these names real sexy since it's about strippers. Candy. Her name was Candy. Candy had already been a stripper and stripped with this group of guys before, where they've taken her on the road to do like bachelor parties or club events or whatever. She has stripped with them before. And I have been friends with Candy for a very long time. And Candy was always telling us, like, you know, that we should go do it. Like, you know, you can make some money, blah, 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 blah. And keep in mind, Candy didn't really have the best body. I mean, I'm body positive, so who am I to say what the best body is? Like, women are beautiful either way, so let me disclaim that. But she was more on what I've noticed in the stripping industry, what is more liked and what I noticed people getting hired and fired for when it comes to bodies. She was more heavier. She had a little butt and big boobs, but her stomach was fairly big as well. But she, you know, enjoyed it and made it, and like I said, body confidence. You know, she was still a beautiful girl. So anyways, Candy turned us on or whatever, and at first she really turned on one of my other friends, and her name is Dasani. Okay, and so Dasani had already been like, you know, I want to be a stripper. I'm trying to see what this life is like, and blah 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 blah. So Dasani wants to go. So Dasani's talking to me, and I'm Dorothy. Not gonna change my name. And the other girl, her name was Aquafina. So Dasani's talking to Aquafina and me, like, hey, y'all should just come give it a try. If you don't like it, what's the end of the world? And I'm like, I just don't see myself wanting to get freaking completely naked in front of strangers, and I don't even know how to dance like that. Like, that's just not, I don't feel comfortable. Well, you don't have to get all the way naked. It's up to you, like, your comfort level. You don't have to get naked. Like, you can dance in, like, a bikini, but not really a bikini, but something that covers to that extent. You know what I mean? So, you know what? I'm, like, 19. I'm young. I'm, like, I got some bills to pay. Like, I do work a job, but at this time, like, I got this high car note. Like, all these debt already at 19 because I didn't know no better, which can be a whole nother YouTube story time about debt. I didn't know no better. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I don't have to get all the way naked. Like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So me and Aquafina got, not talked into it because we're grown women, but, we got convinced. Like, let's go ahead and give it a shot. So, we get ready to go. Me, Dorothy, Aquafina, and Dasani. And what is her fake name? Candy. See? I'm so used to using the real names that it's hard to use the fake ones. Okay, so we go. I ain't gonna lie. When we went there, I actually had a good time. I got to keep on my clothes. I was like fully dressed with like this little mini skirt and a bra, like, but something cute, and just kind of dance like you dance in the club, walk around, entertain the crowd. I really didn't have to like work that hard. I was like, this is kind of cool. You know what I mean? And we made really good money. But I knew that it was somewhat not for me because I was too shy to go on the stage by myself. I was not confident enough to go on the stage by myself. And at this time, I had no reason to lack confidence. 19, everything is right, to me. Everything was right, small stomach, little booty, hips, curves. I had a child at this time, but I didn't have no stretch marks on my stomach. Like, boobs all perky. Like, everything was just, girl, what? But for some reason, I still lacked confidence. Remember that. I lacked confidence when it came time to stripping. And this will help you with this other time I tried stripping. It's going to go together. So each time that I went on the stage, I had to go with somebody. So me and Aquafina, we both were kind of lacking confidence. And keep in mind, Aquafina was banging too. Banging body, everything. I'm not going to give too much details about how she looked, because then you might think you know who I'm talking about if you know me in real life. So we went together on the stage every time, and we made fairly good money. Maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the most that we were there. Like I said, it was like in a club setting, so it wasn't like guys like groping us and just being really nasty, and they're sitting in chairs. You might walk by, do a little dance on them, but like I said, it felt like the equivalent of going to a club with your clothes on, but just the clothes were way more hoochie mama and a little bit more aggressively dancing and more so personal with somebody. And I want to say we made about $500 to $600 together, so we split that, and that was in a matter of like 2 hours or 2.5 hours or so. So that was the first experience. And, like I said, I had a good time. I didn't feel as bad about it. But then when I came home and, like, back to reality, they're like, so you're going to keep doing it? I was like, no. Like, I don't want to be a stripper. That's not my profession. I tried it. It was cool. Like, it was cool to get the little extra cash, whatever. And barely had to dance, barely had to do anything. But I'm going to go back to work to my normal job because that was more so where I was. However, our other friend that tried it for the first time, remember, it was Aquafina and Dasani and me that tried it for the first time. Candy had been doing it off and on for a while now. Dasani ended up really liking it. So she ended up going on to strip for a profession for many years to come. No judgment. But me and Aquafina, we just continued to go to work 9 to 5 or whatever. Okay. And I chunked that time up to more so like a 19-year-old college girl. Yeah, I was a mother, but I was in school. I worked, like all that stuff. So it was kind of like girls gone wild type, like truth or dare. Like, let's just get drunk and try something new is how I really looked at it. Fast forward to now as an adult, as a grown woman in the last 2 years, I have friends that are strippers and they make money, like bukus of money, duffel bags of money. I know they're making hundreds of thousands to 200,000, a year. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, I'm working a 40-hour job and I'm struggling and I pay my bills. And yeah, I might have a little bit of money to save, but not for the work that I feel like I'm doing. Like, working for the man, That's why it's called a job sometimes, just over broke. But y'all know me, I can talk about that. So that's another subject. So I'm like, what, let me try this. See if I like it. If I like it, let me go ahead and do it. And the reason why this is a story that is me being transparent is because when I tried it, I didn't want anybody to know. So not even some of my close friends know. This is going to be their first time knowing that I tried it as an adult. 19 was an adult, but it was a teen, as an adult with 2 children. That is a woman empowerment woman, a woman that motivates women to love themselves and respect themselves and their bodies. So for me to try that is like a kind of a contradiction to some. Like, how do you tell women that, but then you go and try this? But let me disclaimer. I never tell a woman not to strip. I never tell a woman not to do anything that she wants to do. I always tell a woman to do what she wants to do. It's nothing against what you're doing. It's just that I know a lot of women that are doing these things because of the trends or the hype, are solely just for the money, to where they're selling their soul because they're doing other things to allow themselves to feel comfortable doing this, where they have to start taking drugs. And cocaine is very big in that industry. They're doing cocaine, they're doing drugs, they're having to get sloppy drunk in order to be comfortable stripping. If that's what you have to do, then don't do it, because you're not loving and respecting yourself, if that makes sense. So that's where I stand when it comes to women empowerment. Empowerment doesn't mean that I have to empower you to just go to school and live a straight and narrow life and be a nun. Like, that's not empowerment. Empowerment is to tell a woman to love herself unconditionally and internally, and to do the things that she truly desires and that truly make her happy, and the things that respect the God that she believes in, her higher power. That's what my goal is. So back to that. And that may seem like, wow, we want to hear about the stripping. I had to tell you that for you to understand where I was coming from and the struggle within for me to even consider doing something of that sort. So I kind of hit like a hard time, rock bottom, transitioning, needing money. And, I see these other women who, like I said, dance and strip, making all this money. So I'm like, I have the look, I have the body for that. Once again, that's my opinion. I felt like if they can do it, I can do it. Like, I can make a lot of money and maybe just work a few nights out of the week. I don't have to get fully naked. Like, just, make some money and be able to focus on other things, like what I'm trying to do in life. But it was, like I said, an internal battle for me, because there's things that I wouldn't want my daughter doing. I wouldn't want my child doing that for a living. Like, I'm all for experience, and if she got grown and tried it in life one day, you tried it one time, okay, you went to New Orleans, you wanted some beads, woo, you had fun, I'm not like a prude about it, but I wouldn't want her to make this her lifelong career. I just don't, my opinion. So it was just a struggle for me, and then also the fear of getting caught up in this world. But I tell you, baby, I didn't get caught up, because I only lasted one night. So I went, and for those of you who know me, and if you don't, go follow me on Instagram, Miss_Rena baby, so that you can check my photos out. I do a little modeling here and there, so you'll be able to see what type of body type I have and how I look when I'm actually, dolled up and dressed up, to get the concept that I have what people call a stripper body. Like, I look like a stripper, So I went and I tried it, and I was confident when I first went in there. Like, all the people that were there at first, like, oh, you look so beautiful. Your body is so amazing. Like, you're such a pretty girl. Like, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, blah, blah, blah. Everybody was nice. But then when it came time to, like, take your clothes off and go on the stage and dance, like, by yourself on the stage in front of people, it wasn't working for me. Not at all. So I'm on stage, swirling around, dancing. And I'm like, so y'all gonna throw some money? Like, they throwing like bull crap, like $1, $2, $3. Bull crap. And, I'm the type of girl, like, if I'm gonna be doing something, I feel like I should be getting paid for this, like, way more than this. Like, I feel like I'm worth more than that, and I'm worth more than having to dance. But I'm saying, like, if I'm dancing, if you're gonna be a stripper, be the best paid stripper. That wasn't working. Not at all. It wasn't working. And then, like, when all the other girls got there, and like certain people got there, like certain people that had money, these women were so aggressive. Like they are literally attacking you, not like fist attacking you, but they like gonna trample you over to get to this money. I'm not an aggressive woman when it comes to a man. I don't feel like I should have to throw myself on a man for him to choose me. But they don't have no problem doing that. So with me not being aggressive like that, it doesn't work out, because I'm used to standing there looking pretty, smile, and if the man is interested in me, he comes to me. And I say that in the most humblest way, because not every man wants me that I may have been interested in, but I'm saying I've allowed men to come to me and say, you know what, I'm interested in you, I like you, you know what I mean, pull me to their section. And that's how it was when I was 19, when I stripped. The guys would pull me to their section, like, okay, I want you to come dance with us. But in this scene, nowadays, like, the guys are just there for the flash of it. They just want to throw money, especially in the urban lifestyle. A lot of them just want to throw money and party with their homies and, like, show everybody that they got it. Like, they want to stunt. So these women are like, shoot, he got the most money. They running over there like, pew, 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 pew. And I'm over there like, okay, I'm cute. Yeah, they gonna come get me. No, psych your mind. And then for the ones that I did end up like dancing for, or whatever you want to call it, like they want to smack your butt, they want to touch you. Like I just felt so uncomfortable. Like I just felt so uncomfortable. I wanted to cover up. I wanted to go to back to the fitting room. I didn't even want to come out to the floor. I didn't even go back on stage again when they called my name. Even when at that time the club was packed and I possibly could have made money, because I just wasn't comfortable doing it. Like it just was not for me. So, epic fail. I will not try to be a stripper again. Like, it's just not going to work for me. I've realized that when it comes to, like, selling my body in any shape or form, stripper, prostitute, whatever, it just doesn't work for me. And that's okay with me, because I don't even really stand for those things. So it just doesn't work for me. Yes. So, I ended up seeing one guy there that spent a lot of money and ended up spending my whole night with him in the strip club, sitting and talking, not even dancing. The man, we sat and talked about like educational stuff and books. Who does that? And a lot of people that are strippers will say that's great, because most men that are really there for the strip club and not for the flashiness of just throwing money want to be talked to. They want to feel that girlfriend experience. They want to have that companionship. However, he wasn't giving me a whole bunch of money for that companionship either. He gave me some money, but not a bunch, for as much time as I sat there. So a real stripper would have got up after the money stopped coming and found companionship elsewhere, is the point that I'm trying to make. So that's how I know it's just not for me. I'd be a broke stripper, a fine broke stripper, because I just cannot see myself throwing myself on every man and bending over backwards to chase a dollar. Like, I just don't like the fact that you might give me a few dollars and I'm supposed to bend over and pick it up and be happy and continue to party and dance. Like, that's just not gonna work for me. So I hope you guys get my story time, and I hope it was exciting a little bit. Like, it's not usually what I do on my channel, but I'm trying to incorporate things so you guys can get to know me. And I've already given the moral of the story, like I said, with life experiences and about doing things because you truly want to do it. So me deciding to be a stripper was more so because I needed the money, of course. Number two, because people always say that I can be like, girl, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. Like, you said you want to be famous, you want to be on TV. Like, this is a gateway. Like, you can do it. Like, do y'all know this person from the town? Do y'all know this person that's famous? Do y'all know that person? She was a stripper. This person's a stripper. That person's a stripper. So I'm like, you know what? I can do it. Like, but then I'm also like not putting in all the factors into it, like how much time and effort that some of these strippers have had to put in there to make it. These girls that are famous strippers or have gotten really big off of doing things like that was not something that they woke up and just got famous overnight. I mean, there are some that do, but overall, they grinded it out. They were like stripping in the slum plum, like literally in the slum of slums, going home with barely any money, on your feet. That's a hard job. Did I mention I was on my feet for 6-7 hours in heels? in heels. Like, you know, and they had to do that, put in that work. And then they got noticed or discovered, or they got better. They got, you know, whatever they needed to do to level up, whether it was get their body done or, you know, go work in a bigger city, go, you know, run into a celebrity, whatever. And then they leveled up. So now we all see like they're on TV or they're famous or they're doing this or they dating this guy with hella money. And that's all we see. But we don't see that they had to put in work. You know, so then hearing people look at me and compare me, because it's like, well, you are similar to that person in looks, you know, not necessarily look alike, but you know, the body type that's popular right now or all that other stuff. Like, they think that everything I'm doing in vain, like I'm putting these YouTubes up in vain, when it's like, girl, you could be on, go get on, go strip. No, because I don't like it. It's not something that I want to do. So when you don't want to do something, sometimes it shows. Your money shows. The outcome shows. The results show. And I don't have it in me to be slumming for a year, you know? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, get it, girl, get it. No power to those that it's for, but it's not for me. I'm the type of girl that thought that I was going to go strip for one night and Drake was going to walk in and save me or something. Shit, I don't know. So, you know, like, stop comparing yourself to other women, ladies. Stop saying, oh, well, if I had it in me, I'd be a stripper. I'm this close. You know, we have all these jokes and all these memes about us becoming strippers or whatever the case may be. But a lot of us don't really even want to do it or have the desire to do it or even the nerve to do it or the confidence to do it. So keep walking on your path to get where you need to go and let her walk on the path that she walked on to get where she needed to go. And stop knocking the women who aren't as successful yet because they haven't chosen that route. That route wasn't for them. That's not God's plan for them. So I hope this helped somebody and motivated somebody. If you have any questions, feel free to write the comments down below. I like for you guys to interact with me with what you want me to talk about next. If you guys have another story time that you want to hear, if you really like the story time, let me know. Again, thumbs up, subscribe, and like, and ding the bell so you can know when I'll be talking again. And follow me on all social outlets. Instagram, Miss_Rena, baby. And follow me on Snapchat, Daddy D, because I'm Zaddy. And don't miss out for next week's booghetto motivation with your favorite YouTuber and your bestie, Miss Rena, baby. Toodles. Happy hump day and be safe and rub it up.